Yeah, a lot of guys have told me to smile, but just in general in life, at work, on the street, I usually just give them a scary smile and they walk away. Hi, I'm Gabrielle Bones. I'm an actress and photographer. I'm from Utah. I moved to New York like 9 years ago, and my self-portraits have grown since. I don't know, it's the same old story. My dad gave me a camera when I was younger, and I played around with it. And I really didn't have anyone to take pictures of, so I decided to, take pictures of myself. I get super restless, and I get a feeling, and I panic. And so I'm like, I've got to make something, I've got to put it somewhere because I can't hold it anymore. I just, find a corner in my room or find somewhere and I'm like, okay, the light is kind of fun here. And I just sit with it and I leave the camera going and just wait. And I just kind of sit with it and it always comes out. I guess it's like therapy in a way, creative expression, but it just happens. Very particular with it, so I do go like a week or a month without it. But I notice that when there are a lot of things going on in my life that I don't want to do, that I want to avoid and like not deal with, I'll have more self-portraits that week or that month. And I had always grown up, like my dad loves comedies, and so we always watched like Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd movies. And so when I saw Moulin Rouge, I was like, what is this? Why am I feeling all of these things? Why is it so devastating and beautiful? And I'm like, I want to do that. I want to help people escape their lives by watching movies that wreck them. And so that, and then I had that realization and then got involved in theater in school. I want to move to New York and I want to be an actress. I don't want to be a movie star, but I want to act and make things that I'm proud of and use all these feelings that I have inside of me for fun and be able to play with them and show people that, it's okay. Self-portraits kind of came into that because I was like, what's something that I can do and I can make and I can get my emotions out on my own? Because, you can act on your own. You can film a monologue, you can film a scene, but essentially you need a whole crew. You need it's a whole production. But if on a Tuesday afternoon I want to make something, I'm starving to make something to get my emotions and my everything out. Maybe the softer, more still intimate parts of my work right now are coming out just because I'm a little bit more still in my life. Not to bring up the pandemic, but it was pretty dark. And I was venturing kind of in the hallways of my apartment and my building. And they were a little bit I was screaming a lot, and that's kind of what I was going through internally, and that came out a lot. And right now I feel a little bit sad and still, and there's some longing and loneliness, and I think that that's what's coming out in my work right now. Acting and self-portraiture, they're connected. It's it's all this internal life that you have, right? And as soon as the camera comes out, it's like, whoa, there's someone viewing this thing that's going inside of me. And I think when I take self-portraits, I can really take my time and live inside of that. And I think it really helps my acting because I'm already so comfortable with that, and it's already so to the surface because I play with it all the time. And, I was trained in Meisner, which is a technique where you take imaginary circumstances and you put a little bit of truth in it. And so you have this full life living inside of you, and it's not real, and it protects you from your real shit, but you also can get some of that out and work through it. So I think that when I work on self-portraits, there's so much patience and permission that I'm giving myself that isn't always there with acting because, you have a whole bunch of people in a room, you have a director. But I don't set out to do self-portraits to kind of get better at acting, but I think it helps. I had a friend say that I'm more in my body than I have ever been, and she can see that through my work and in person, which is a note that I got in class all the time was from my acting coach. take up more space. And I think that self-portraits help me do that. It's definitely two separate things, but they feed each other. Someone said, like, don't you feel vain posting self-portraits all the time? I don't. I think that I'm like, no, because it's not really, it's me in the photos, but it's not me. It's someone I'm making, or like, of course it's all my feeling and everything, but it's like a character, you know? It's like a version of me. Some days I feel really shy about it, some days I don't. I don't know why I feel shy about it. Maybe because it is so intimate. I want to give 100% myself, you know? And I think that that's hard to do in the world. And it takes a while to like build trust with people. And I feel like when I'm doing self-portraits on my own, I'm not afraid to just be totally authentic, you know, and I don't edit my photos. Like, I'll change the colors, whatever, I'll play with that, but I never like retouch. And I think that that is something that I will never change about my work, because there's so many filters these days. There's so many, like, these poor kids are growing up with, like, you know, smooth faces and distorted faces, and I hate it. I don't want to be like that. I want people to see me for me, and I don't ever want to be accused of not being real, you know? Like, it's beautiful to just be raw and intimate, and I think self-portraits have helped me be more like that in real life with people I interact with. And glass is such a safe space. I don't feel like I need to hide anything or maybe filter the things I post. I just upload it, and I'm like, all right, hope you're nice, but everyone's nice and lovely and supportive, and doing that and practicing that kind of like scary thing of like putting myself out there and showing that intimate side of me, which is, it's me. My closest friends and my family that see that work, they know me, and so they just, you know, tell me it's beautiful because it's me, you know? That's who they see. I'm not in my head like I am with everything else. It's like the one time that I'm not thinking and overthinking and stressing about things that they're, you know, I just do it, and it feels good and it's easy, and I'm not thinking about it. And I think that's the most surprising thing, because I'm a person that's nonstop thinking, like always like this and this. When I'm acting and when I'm taking self-portraits, I'm not. And it's so beautiful. There's like, it's quiet. It's quiet up there. I really don't give a fuck about the outcome. And I think that's why the permission is there. It's the only place in my life where I don't worry about failure or the outcome. I don't know, I just do it, and sometimes it doesn't work, and that's fine. But no failure in photography, I don't think, not for me. I wish I was as free as I am when I'm taking self-portraits in all my areas of my life. You know, not fear the outcome, not fear what people think. I don't know why I'm surprised that people like it. I think it's something that I'm making, you know, from my heart. And like, that's so purely me, and it's kind of crazy that people like it, that people react to it, and it's uncomfortable because I'm not used to it. Like, it's wild, because it's just something that I do for fun and for me, and when people have a cool response to it, it kind of throws me back a little bit. I'm like, really? I have a lot of self-worth, but then I also have like, do I deserve this love? You know, like, I don't know. I like split. I'm like, yeah, I'm really good at my work. I'm really good at acting. I'm really good at photography. I have that side of me that's really strong, and then I have another side that's like, but are you? So I go back and forth. All days I'm like, oh yeah, I killed that. That's a good portrait. And then the next day I'm like, but is it? The more, you know, I wish it would just It's getting quieter though, like truly. The more I do, the quieter that voice gets.